Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
Don't give it up, Luffy. Don't give it up, Zoro. Don't give it up.
One Piece, the story of a not-so-average kid in a strange and mysterious world. In my opinion, it is one of the greatest journeys ever conceived, and one that I want you to consider reading if you have not already. In this video, I'll do my best to convince you that starting One Piece may be the best decision you will ever make. Before we are able to board this flight though, I do need to do a little pre-screening to make sure you are truly ready for what is about to come. Alright, now that you guys are here, let me take a short moment to talk to you about the importance of attention span. With short-form content becoming more and more available to the average person, we are constantly overloading our primitive brains with quick hits of dopamine. This dependency that people are creating for themselves is leading to an unending cycle of failure and, quite frankly, unhappiness. Imagine what little the next generation's workforce is going to be able to accomplish when the average kid enjoys watching this type of content. Reading through One Piece was the one change that I made personally that helped me tremendously to overcome this issue. Although the task of reading over 1,000+ chapters may seem daunting at first, the reward and feeling of accomplishment that comes from it very much outweighed the effort that was put in. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's take a deeper look at the massive world that is One Piece. Eiichiro Oda. He began his artistic journey in 1997 with the release of the first chapter of One Piece. As the captain of this narrative ship, Oda has skillfully steered it throughout the years, building a rich group of characters, worlds, and subplots. These tend to be so intertwined and complex, and yet he still manages to tie it all together with ease, almost like magic. Initially premiering in Weekly Shonen Jump, the franchise has branched out into anime, films, and a wide array of merchandise as well. Now that you know some of the history of the One Piece's creation, let me briefly touch on the story itself. It all unfolds in a world obsessed with the mythical treasure, the One Piece. We follow the spirited Monkey D. Luffy and his diverse crew of pirates as they navigate dangerous seas, discover mysterious islands, and face formidable adversaries. Their journey through this world is not just about pirates and treasure though. It's an epic tale exploring friendship, resilience, and the pursuit of dreams against all odds. Fun fact that I learned recently about one of the crew members named Sanji. Hilarious as it sounds, Oda's initial intentions were actually to name him Naruto. He later decided to change the name after learning that his at the time rival and now friend Masashi Kishimoto's manga was planned to be released with the protagonist being named Naruto as well. This change is really for the better though, because without this having happened, this is what Sanji would have really ended up sounding like.
I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I like instant ramen in a cup, and I really like the ramen Iruka Sensei got me at the Ichiraku noodle shop.
I think that this fact is hilarious, especially knowing that later these two mangakas would go to give each other tributes when Naruto came to a finale in 2014. In essence, One Piece is more than just a pirate manga. Oda's storytelling ability and his willingness to craft vibrant worlds and characters has turned One Piece into a timeless masterpiece. Readers will take part in a journey that will truly affect them for the rest of their lives. In the vast selection of manga that is available nowadays, One Piece still manages to stick out like a giraffe at a petting zoo. That is a little too much. Oda's ability to take the average reader, someone like this, and grab them by the throat, force weekly chapters down it, and then prosper will always amaze me. If you have managed to make it this far into the video, then congrats. You now have what it takes to start absorbing this incredible story for yourself. Except for one thing. How exactly? If you are convinced that reading this story will be able to change your life as it did for me, then let me go ahead and suggest you a consumption method that may be best suited for you. There are a couple options that are available. First of all, we have the standard paperback manga route. This is the least convenient and by far the most expensive method of consumption, but if you're willing to spend the money, then I think this may be the most enjoyable experience that you will be able to have. Second to that, we have the digital manga. There are many services that give you access to the entire manga at the click of a button, my favorite one being the Shonen Jump app, which is available on almost all devices. This also allows you to download the chapters and have access to them at any time, making it probably the most convenient method. There are of course many ways for you to consume this manga for free through manga pirating websites. And yes, the pun was intended. You will need to do your own research on these yourself, as I do not want to receive a pipe bomb at my front porch directly from Oda himself for giving you more information. Lastly, we have the anime. Now, I have a couple things to say about the anime in specific, as it is not my first recommendation for consumption. A quick calculation of time needed to catch up through the various methods is as follows. To catch up to the current chapter of the manga, as an average reader, you can expect to take about 5 minutes per chapter. With the current chapter being number 1105, it would take around 5,525 minutes, or 92-ish hours. Well, 92 hours is a lot, you might be thinking. Let's look at the anime and estimate how long it would take to fully catch up to that instead. With each episode on average lasting 22 minutes before skipping intros and outros, which in my opinion you should never do for the full experience, and there currently being 1,091 episodes released, it would take an astounding 24,000 minutes to catch up. This roughly converts to around 400 hours of watch time, meaning that you will be potentially investing more than 16 days of your life to a story compared to a mere 4 days while reading the manga. Alright, so these numbers alone may be scary if you are really set on watching the anime instead of reading the manga. Don't fear though, because there are many other options that can drastically reduce the time that it will take for you to catch up. With One Piece being comprised of about 10% filler episodes, following a guide and skipping these can really help to reduce the dent that the anime will have on your lifespan, and quite frankly your sanity as well. My best recommendation for those that aren't interested in dedicating so much of their time is a cool project called One Piece. This project aims to shorten the series and containing only the most important information and skipping all of the filler. According to their website, watching through One Piece utilizing their tool will go ahead and save you almost 140 hours of your life. And hey, who knows, that 140 hours may be well spent watching more TikToks. Keep in mind that this is my last recommendation for anyone because I believe that skipping the less important parts of the story may change the way you experience it and may lead you to not enjoying it as much as I think you deserve to. Alright, sweet. Did you figure it out? Which way you want to experience this painstakingly long story? Perfect. Now I want you to click off this video and get to enjoying one of the greatest pieces of fiction ever written. And hey, if you do enjoy it to any degree, go bother one of your friends that hasn't heard about it. Welcome to the end of the video. Why are you still here? Why haven't you clicked off? Gotta go read One Piece, man. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe, all that. Let me know how I did in the comments. First long video I've made. Gotta show you Luffy before I leave. Come, Pista!